Hey guys, it's Jasmine and welcome back to the Moxie Ram. So this week, let's see, I actually have a couple of things to talk to you guys about. First things first, update on my temperature blanket. So we're into February now, so I have completely finished all of January. You can see there are lots of blues, which are 30s, and a decent amount of greens, which is the 40s, and then we had the occasional yellow, which was the 50s. And you can see right here on the ends, I have my little white strip, which is going to indicate the dividers for each month. So I'm really hoping that the temperature drops. Yeah, you don't really hear that much often. But I'm hoping the temperature drops as it's supposed to in the next couple of days into the 20s as a high. Because if that happens, I get to use my purple yarn. And purple is my favorite. So after working through the first month of my temperature blanket, I realized that my green and blue was running a little low. So I went to Michael's and they have the sale right now, buy one get one half off. I bought another pool blue and another spring green to make sure I have enough, because 30s and 40s seems to be the popular temperature this time of year, at least for this year. Usually it's colder. So that's that, my temperature blanket. I'm keeping up and I still have tons of ends to weave in. Next up, I wanted to show you guys the pillowcase. So I told you guys I was working on this from my modern crochet book. It was a pattern for a pillowcase. And I ended up doing the one side with the puff stitches that it showed me in the book. So these are clumps of 5 double crochets to make it into a little puff. And on the back, I stood with the single crochets, so I kept it very basic, very simple, but I really like how this yarn came out. So this is the Karen Cotton Ripple Cake, and it's really nice. It's got decent structure to it. It doesn't feel flimsy at all, which is good because it's gonna go on a pillow that goes on the couch where my daughter spends a lot of her time throwing the pillows around. So we'll see if it withstands a 2-year-old. But I really like it. So it's a little smaller than I thought it was gonna turn out. You guys know I don't do swatches, or gauges, I mean. But it fits. If I really shoved a pillow in there, it fits. So the top is still open. I wanted to make it with a zipper, that way when it gets dirty, which it inevitably will get dirty, I can just zip it off, throw it in the wash in a mesh bag to keep it from snagging, and then put it back on the pillow. So I still have to go to the store to buy a zipper. I did go into Michael's, but they didn't have really many zipper options, just white ones. I want to go to Hobby Lobby because they do have an entire wall section with different color zippers, different kinds. They have the ones that barely show on the outside. They have the ones with the big plastic pieces that make it look like an obvious big zipper. So I want to get one that's a little discreet. I'm going to take this with me when I go look for the zipper to try to match it to one of these colors. That way it blends in more. And then I have my first spring pillowcase. So I do still have to weave in my ends, obviously, as you can see. But I figure I'll put the zipper and then I'll do the ends at the end. But I really like how that came out. So I'm gonna make more of them. I was actually looking at smaller pillows. So when I went to Michael's, I didn't buy it because they weren't on sale, and I don't like buying things unless there's some sort of discount. They had 12 by 12 pillows, but they were $10 each, which seems a little steep considering I've gotten much cheaper pillows, much bigger at Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna check out Hobby Lobby, see if I can maybe get a couple of smaller pillows. That way I can make pillowcases. They'll work up much faster. Because honestly, those puff bobble stitches took a while to do that entire panel, and that's why I did the back as a single crochet instead of the bobbles. But maybe if I get like 2 small pillows, I can do that pattern again, or I might just do a completely different pattern for the other pillows and have them all look different in different colors. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just glad I got at least one pillowcase in before spring hit. Next up, I wanted to show you guys what I started doing is, or what I planned on starting to do, is crochet towels for the kitchen. So my daughter, my lovely 2-year-old terrible twos toddler, has started making a mess. She will purposely grab things off of shelves. She grabs the towels off of the kitchen drawer knobs, off our stove, and throws them around the house. And I find them on the couch, in her room, under the desk, hidden on the dining table. I can never find a towel because it's never there. So what I decided to do was use my giant bucket of cotton yarn to make towels. So I guess I'll show you the towel first. So this is the first one I have made. So this I saw Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches on YouTube. She mentioned that she did a pattern from another video, which I will link in the description, where they did a towel that was made out of shell stitches. I did not do the attachment the way she did it because she kept it very wide and then it kind of like flapped over and it had a button to connect it. I kind of just did a little loop, and what I'm doing is I'm wrapping it around like my oven handle and I'm just pulling the entire towel through this, and then it ends up just looking like kind of like this. So pretend my fingers are the oven handle. So it looks like that. Well, actually this one might not fit the oven handle because I made it pretty narrow, but it does fit my kitchen drawer handles. And it just hangs like that. That way my toddler can pull and yank at it as much as she wants and the towel's not going anywhere. And when I need a towel, it will be there. So I had bought, I think, every possible color of these Sugar and Cream rolls. I bought these when I was getting back into crochet when I was pregnant in 2019 into 2020. And the first thing I got back into as I was resuscitating my crochet skills were coasters. I had a phase of just wanting to make coasters and placemats and like cup decorative cover things. So the best thing for those things is cotton, 100% cotton, because you can wash it, it's durable, it's not gonna fall apart on you. It's just, and it can take heat. So you can put something hot on this and it's not gonna melt the way an acrylic yarn would. So I went with cotton. And these, they're not the softest, they're decently rough. I know some people do make garments with them. It's personally not to my liking. It's a little too rough for me. But it works perfectly for towels. And I know my husband got to feel this the other day and he said, oh, these would be great for washcloths. So I'm going to make some hand towels. I'm going to possibly make some washcloths, maybe some face scrubbies out of all of this. So you can see this container, right? You see where my hands are? You see how not so deep you can go anymore in this thing? It is full of these 100% cotton yarns. These are all cotton. They're all the Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarns in here. I think when I ordered, I literally went on Michael's website and I ordered one of every single color I saw. It was just my pregnancy hobby, buying cotton yarn. So this is what I had started with. And since I stopped making coasters and all of those tableware accessories, these have just been sitting around doing absolutely nothing. I don't know if you guys know any other uses I can make things with. I did use one of these to make, did I use it? Yeah, my plant hanger that's hanging in that corner. That one up there, that pink one. I used it to make that because these are really, like I said, they're pretty durable. Easy to wash. So I've got tons of yarns to pick from. I have this one here. I don't know if I have enough, so I have to see if I have another roll in this box, but it's super colorful. I'm trying to look for something that'll be cute for Easter decorations, so a lot of pastels. I also have this peach color here, which I think is really cute. I have this minty greenish blue color. I have a lime green. Sorry, I went really fast at the screen with that one. I have this light blue. I'm just holding this here so it stays focused on that spot. Well, I think you get it. I have a lot. I have a lot of colors. This one I did use one that had little flecks of pinks, purples, and blues. So I thought this was a nice simple spring one that I can hang. I'm probably gonna make some as gifts for my mom for her house. But yeah, so I'm happy because I finally have a use for these cotton yarns. I'm gonna try to empty out this bin as much as possible. Depending on how many other projects I'm working on, maybe I'll try to make at least 1 or 2 towels for each holiday. That way I can change them out throughout the year. But I'm just glad I found the use for these. And of course, although I have that bin that I just showed you of all of those yarns for the towels, I was at Michael's and I saw this. So this, I already have several different rolls of this type of yarn, the Karen Cotton Ripple Cakes. But I saw this colorway and I couldn't resist. So if you look, it has some yellows, some pinks, blues, teals, mixed in with some like white in there. And I saw this and it screamed spring to me and Easter. And it's 100% cotton. So I did pick up 2 of these hanks, or cakes I should say, to make towels. Yeah. I couldn't help it. It's so pretty. It was buy one get one half off. Yes, I have. My name is Jasmine and I'm addicted to yarn buying. But I will use them, those for sure. Those are the same cakes that I used to make the pillowcase. I'm gonna use those. And last but not least, I have my shawl that you're all aware of. I've been working on for quite some time. So it's gotten to this size. I worked on it last night for about an hour and a half while I watched a movie. And during that hour and a half, I got about that much done. That number of rows. But it's just because they're such small stitches. It's the fingering weight yarn. And it just takes a while to build up. But I think I'm almost there. I want a couple more rows like this. And then a couple of solid double crochets. But as I continue to work on it, it's becoming more and more tedious. So I also thought maybe if I just stitch the 2 ends of the triangle. So you have the triangle. If I just take these 2 ends and stitch them together, kind of something like that, like along the edging, and just make an infinity scarf, I might do that too. Probably will end up doing that just because it's taking so long. So it'll be something like this. Like a little, I don't know. We'll see, I'm still thinking about it. But as I think about it, I just add a couple more rows. And maybe if I just keep thinking and adding more rows as I think, it'll be done eventually. It is a very nice pattern. I just don't know if I'm an extra slow crocheter or if it just is a very time-consuming project. But it looks really pretty. It'll be really pretty once it's done. Other than that, I think that's it for this video. So, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for liking. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Darn, I almost made it through the video without stuttering. I think I've looked back and every video I have stuttered. Let's try that again. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified when I post a new video. Subscribe right there. New video there. And I'll see you guys next time.